Hello everyone, my name is Akshita Kore and today I will be presenting the topic American Bills of the Rights. The American Bills of the Right refers to the first 10 amendment to the United States Constitution added in the 1791 and this amendment will be created to the protect the individual rights and freedom of the American citizens. And these will be introduced because many people feel that the original constitution didn't do the guarantee personal freedom. The bills of the right, including the important protections like the freedom of the speech, the rights of the bear arms, protection from the unreasonable research, and the rights to a fair trial. And this first 10 amendment to the Constitution may be to the bills of the right. James Madison wrote the Americans Amendment which list of specific prohibits on the American power in the response to call from the several states for the guarantee greater constitutional protection from the individual liberty. For example, the founders said the ability to speak and the worship freely as a nature right. Protection by the First Amendment crosses the prohibition from the making the establishing the regions of freedom of the speech. The Fourth Amendment is the suffocated citizen rights to from the unreasonable government in the homes to the requirement of the variant. The Bills of Rights, strong if influenced by the Vinegar Declarations, rights writing by the Bolivar Mission. Other precursors, including the English documents such as the Magna Carta, to the petitions from the right English Bills of the Right and body of the liberties. One of the main points of the convention between the federalists who advocate a strong national government and the anti-federalists who want power to remain in the state and local government was the constitution's like of the bills of the right, who piece of the special limits on the government power and the and also these were the Mislons changed were the presenting was a list of amendments. These foods the likes the House of provided the 17 amendments. Of these, Senate provided with 12th be one sent to the state for approval in the 1789. Then amendment will be approved. Vinegarians legally state tour was the final step to the amendment approving them the December 15, 1791. And it will be next point will be amendment first, freedom of the expression. The and this amendment gratitude guarantee freedom of the religions, speech, press, assembly, and petition. It prevents the government, the censorship, and the promoting the one dialogue. For example, including the protection against the government policies and the desirable religious practices. And the crosses they shall make to the law respecting and establishing the regions or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or the abridging the freedom of the speech of this press of the right people peaceable to assemble to the petitions to government of the resellers of the grievance. And next amendment is the right of bear arms, the self defense and security. They ensure to the right to maintain the military uh, militia and bear arms for the personal protection. It is balance the individual rights with the public safety and concerns. Historical context. America emulated from the first standing American arms to a post-revolutionary area, reflecting the concurrence about the government overreach. And also our gratitude, Malaysia being the necessary to security for the free state and right to people keep and bear arms to shall not be infringed. And next, Amendment 3, no co- co- cordoning of the soldiers, privacy and personal autonomy, the prohibits of the forced housing the soldier in the private house. This is a protect citizen from the government installation into the private life. Historical context: this amendment was the direct response to the British practices during colonial times, where the soldier was often the quartered without constant. No soldier shall in the timepiece to quarter in the any house without any constraint of the owners. No in times or war, but manner to the preceded by the law. Next amendment is the protection against unreasonable research and citizens research. The, the core value is the privacy and security. Require the warranted based on the probable causes to research and seizures. This is the safeguarding and personal privacy. The legal safeguard is the protection against the liability government action. It is limited policy research without any warranted and the influence data privacy law. And also, Fourth Amendment, the right of the peoples to secure in the personal house, papers and affected against the unreasonable research and the city sieges shall not be violated, and no warranted shall issue but not upon the probable causes supported by the unframes and the particularly describing the piece to the researcher and the personal or things to sensitive. The first five next amendment is the Amendment 5, right to accusation, and the core value justice and due process, guaranteed to the due process and the probable safe incrimination and ensuring the just compromises for the talking. The protection next is the protection individual from the unfair the treatment by the legal system. This is including the Marian rights and protection against the double jeopardy and fair competitions, ensuring the just competition from the privacy property taking for the public uses. And next amendment is Amendment 6, right to speedy and public trial. The speedy trial. The ensure the promote the resolving the criminal charges. The public trial, the gratitude, transparency in the legal pro- proceeding. Next is the right to counseling. Ensure the access to the legal representation and the impartial just trial. This amendment uphold the fairness and the transparency in the legal process. Next amendment is the Amendment 7, right to jury trials in the civil cases. Core value of this amendment is a just and across the courts. The preserves and the right of jury trials in the civil cases where the value accessed in $20. This ensure the citizen participation in legal decision. Next is a financial thresholds. The original $20. This amount is equivalent in the over $5,000 today adjacent for the fairness. And this is a criminal procedures this across the shore enjoy the rights to pay and the public trial by the imposition judges for the state in this district whereas in the criminal shall be in the amendment which the district shall be in the previously citizens by the law and is informed by the nature and causes of the to be comforted with the witness against to him the compulsory process obtain the witness in the case and have the assistant in a counseling for the defense. Next amendment is the protection against cruel and unusual punishments. Then first is the human dignity, prohibits and physical and unusual punishment. Pros- Next is the prosperously preserves and accessible bills of the claims. Next is the human treatment, reflect an amendment to the human treatment without any justice system. This amendment influenced the debate over the depth and precise reform effort. And next amendment is the 1910. This amendment including the unlimited rights and state rights. Amendment 9 included the unlimited rights. These rights not explicitly listed are the state protected. For example, privacy. This ensures the individual liberty. And this enumeration in constitutions of the citizen rights shall not be constrained to the dignity or other relent by to the peoples. An amendment is state of the right, power not delegated to the federal government or the reserved to the state or the people. This amendment reason for the principle to limited government and the individual freedom. This power not delegated to the United States state by the Constitution not prohibits by the to the state to the reserved to the state of the respectively or the people. These are all the amendments included in the Bills of the American Bills of the Right. Thank you for watching this video.